We realise that when you look at our honed athletic physiques, marvel at our otherworldly bike handling skills, and gaze in admiration at the way we effortlessly wear our stylish cycling kit, you might assume that all of us here at BikeRadar were all born road cyclists and mountain bikers. But we can assure you, we were all beginners once upon a time. And as we've progressed from being a new cyclist to becoming experienced riders, we've all learned a lot along the way. Collectively looking back, we've pulled together 5 of our most important learnings to share with any of you taking your first pedal strokes in cycling. These are the nuggets of knowledge we wish we'd been armed with when we first threw our legs over the top tube and sped down the road or trail to becoming addicted to this brilliant sport. As always, if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe and click the little bell icon so that every time we upload a video you get a notification. So without further ado, here are our top 5 things we wish we'd known when we started riding. For many new riders, the idea of slipping into something more comfortable fills them with dread. We get that, as almost all of us here on BikeRadar were pretty sheepish about stuffing ourselves into lycra leotards when we started. But trust us, you won't regret making a couple of pairs of cycling-specific shorts your first purchase. But you will absolutely regret riding in your best underwear. Why are cycling shorts at the heart of any riding outfit? Well, inside them you'll find a soft spongy foam pad called a chamois. They used to be made of leather, which is as grim as it sounds, and these provide a comfortable, cushioned and chafing-free barrier between your, well, bits and the saddle. Like many products, cycling kit is better than it's ever been. Fabric technology has come on leaps and bounds in recent years, and numerous brands offer excellent kit at prices that won't break the bank. So whatever your budget, you'll be able to find the perfect pair of shorts to suit you. It probably won't take long for you to discover something that needs fixing on your bike. For starters, it's not a question of if you'll get a puncture, but when. Don't fret, performing a roadside repair of a popped inner tube isn't as daunting as it sounds. As long as you have a spare tube, a pump and some tyre levers, you'll be able to do it in mere seconds. Okay, maybe minutes at first. Being able to perform even just this task will make your life easier though. Over and above sorting out punctures, we'd advise that you familiarise yourself with relatively easy maintenance and repair tasks, such as replacing brake pads, both disc and rims, and indexing gears. Sounds complicated, but mark our words. If some of the technical disaster areas here on BikeRadar can do it, then so can you. You should also make sure that you've got enough tools for the jobs you plan to do. We've already mentioned tyre levers, but in addition to this you should at least invest in a multi-tool for loosening and tightening bolts, and possibly removing stones from horses' hooves. And if you're even just a little more serious, then you definitely won't regret buying a torque wrench. You can set these to ensure that you don't over-tighten anything. Manufacturers will add handy guide numbers and Newton meters on each bolt, and this is essential on carbon components, as a few of us have found to our not inconsiderable cost. When you're starting out, something that you might hear from riders who've got a little more experience than you is that you need stuff made out of the magical substance used in aeroplanes, Formula 1 cars and spaceships called carbon fibre. Sure, in many cases, a carbon fibre bike will be lighter than its metal counterpart, but unless that's vitally important to you, aluminium bikes in particular can offer better value for money, as they'll often have better componentry than equivalent carbon models. And we can assure you, metal bikes can be just as comfortable, fast and as much fun as a carbon fibre bike. It might sound old-fashioned, but there's a reason bikes have been made out of steel for well over a century. As for carbon fibre wheels, well, they're definitely cool, but they're also terrible value for money. A decent set of alloy wheels built on nice hubs is a much better investment if you're counting the cost, and they don't even have to be significantly heavier. Obviously, whatever you're buying, check out reviews from trusted outlets like, well, BikeRadar.com to find out more. Are you a mountain biker, a roadie, a cycle commuter, a unicycling juggler? The best answer when you're starting out is to say none of the above. I'm just a bike rider. That said, the worst answer to any question is probably always unicycling, right? Anyway, if you can, try more than one riding discipline. You might hate it, but the chances are you probably won't. The attitude of division between mountain bikers and road riders might make for some hashtag bants, but anyone who isn't crossing disciplines is definitely missing out. Fundamental bike handling skills underpin everything we do, be it on or off-road. What if we were to tell you that the key to you descending and cornering with more confidence on your road bike could simply be spending a few hours on mountain bike trails? Similarly, the very different power outputs, ride position and speeds encountered on a road bike can provide fantastic training or just a fun alternative for those who normally ride mountain bikes. Gravel bikes are so hot right now, and it's true that these bikes are usefully versatile, but what's often understated is just how effectively they actually bridge the gap between what has traditionally been two very different sports. And of course, you can ride to work on a mountain bike, or take on a downhill mountain bike course on a carbon fibre road bike. Okay, not that last one. Please don't do that last one ever. Even to a grown-up with a highly sophisticated sense of humour like me, the word bonk will still elicit a giggle. But bonking, stop sniggering at the back, really isn't funny. It is something that once you start increasing the intensity and distance of your rides, you want to avoid at all costs, as it's the cycling equivalent of hitting the wall in a marathon. So, unless you're specifically trying to lose weight or just enjoy fainting, make sure that you have a decent carbohydrate meal an hour or two before your ride. Porridge, and pasta, and then aim to at least one carb-loaded thing per hour on rides lasting longer than an hour. That could be a banana, a flapjack, or half a sandwich. The filling's your choice, but probably not prawn or egg. If you're looking to maximise your performance though, more is better. Up to around 60 to 90 grams of carbohydrate per hour, if you can manage it. We are fans of energy gels and bars, but we would say try to stick to real food as much as possible when you're riding, and practice your riding nutrition before any big event so you can find out what works best for you. And of course, one thing we've all learnt since starting riding is that whatever your discipline, stopping for cake is absolutely essential on every ride. So, have we actually learned nothing? What advice do you wish you'd been given when you started out? As always, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that little bell icon so that every time we upload a video, you get a notification. Thank you and goodbye.